Do you like being famous for Mayor Marlady?
I would say I think more infamous. Yes, I do enjoy it. Although I'm not, if you said earlier, I'm not a Potteries chap. I'm a Stafford chap. I first started the strip out of necessity, really, because I suddenly decided, after a couple of years of doing cartoons as a hobby, to make it a full-time career. But the trouble was, after I gave me notice in it, what my mother still describes as a proper job, I had no markets.
But this is the thing, because everybody says, if you want to know the Potteries dialect, talk to Dave Follows. And I discover you're a complete fraud, and someone had to teach you.
Yes, I am a fraud. When I first thought of doing a strip, I had these two characters loosely, I say loosely based on my own parents, who were Stafford people. But I didn't know any Potteries dialect at all. And I had the cheek to phone the Staffordshire Sentinel up and ask the editor if he'd be interested in a cartoon in his paper. I don't know how I had the nerve to do that, but anyway I did. And he says, well, what kind of cartoon are we talking about? And I said, well, a middle-aged married couple, but all in Potteries dialect. Oh, great, he says. You know Potteries dialect then? I said, no. So what they did, I did the strip in ordinary English, and they had a chap there who used to translate it into Potteries dialect for me. But unfortunately, after about 5 years, he retired. And so I thought, well, that's a strip gone. And the new editor said, well, can't you do it, the dialect? I says, no, you're joking. He says, have a go anyway. So I went through all the old strips and got all the keywords and wrote the list out of, you know, what Potteries are saying. I took it from there.
So you've got like a phrase book?
Yeah, a bit like a phrase book. We used to get lots and lots of letters and phone calls. Some letters are really nasty, saying that I shouldn't be doing this. And I nearly packed the whole thing up. But I persevered with it, and even now, and I do apologise, it still isn't correct. Some of it isn't correct. But I get stuck. But I'll battle on.
You say people send you nasty letters?
Well, they did do it first, yeah, when I did the dialect. Of course, it was so awful, I didn't get it right. There's a certain rhythm to it, and I didn't get it right at all. Although Stafford dialect's pretty broad as well.
So did they write in and tell you how you should have done it?
Oh, yeah.
With a few choice insults at the end?
Yeah. Oh, and I get letters. I had a letter in the middle of winter off a lady who's a keen Mayor Marlady fan. And she told me off because the lady in the strip wasn't wearing a cardigan to keep her warm. She's still in a summer dress. So I had to alter that pretty smartish.
People obviously feel that they have a great proprietorial, interest in what you've written, what you've drawn.
But
what on earth possessed you to start up a strip that you couldn't do?
Don't know. Well, where it all stemmed from is what my brother and I used to come to Stoke-on-Trent for a drink on the Fridays, and we'd never ever go in a pub and end up on our own. Somebody'd always come and sit by you and talk to you, and which is unheard of in Stafford. I mean, you could sit there dead in Stafford in a pub and nobody would take any notice. Well, I think that's where it came from, basically.
Do your parents know that they're Mayor Marlady?
No.
Do now?
No.
Will they be offended?
Not really, I don't think. No.
Because
no.
it's
They used to bicker at each other, just like those two do. I mean, it's not politically correct, is it? It's they go at each other. She gets her own back on him. He doesn't get it all his own way. So sometimes I feel a bit like him.